Hi guys, my name is Alex. I don't know if you've been here before, but if you have, welcome back, and if you haven't, welcome. So as you guys know, well, if you don't know, I currently am a freshman at University of Arizona, and while out here, I wanted to get a job. So this is just gonna be a story time. Basically, today is Friday. I got hired Wednesday. I started my job today, and I quit my job 40 minutes ago. So here's a story time of how I got and quit a job in 72 hours. I don't know. So if you keep up with my life, you probably watch my live streams. And if you watch my live streams or even follow me on Twitter, you can see that I got 2 jobs in the span of 24 hours on Wednesday and Thursday morning. So one of the jobs was being a model for a website and like billboards within this company that opened up recently on University Ave, Arizona. I'm not gonna say the name, but I mean, if you go to U of A, you could probably figure out who I'm talking about. They had a sign posted on their glass window saying like, oh, models needed, $25 an hour, contact here, come into the store if you're interested. So I was like, you know what, like that's definitely something I'm capable of, so I'm gonna shoot them a nice little email. So my good sis Ziana whipped up a good little portfolio for me, displaying like all my past shoots before, with listing like my height, weight, body type, my name, my contact information. Made that little PDF, you know, and then I emailed it to them. So this was about before winter break started, and they got back to me like literally the next day and were like, hey, like, can you please come into the shop? Like, we'd love to like meet you and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So I walk into the one on University, and the lady's like, oh, like, you have to go to the other location. And my friend Garrett was with me, so we were like, there's another location. So she's like, yeah, she gives us the address. We have to Uber like 10 minutes away. I'm not planning on doing that. So we get there and we meet the guy, and I literally like just came from class, so I looked homeless. Like, I'm talking, like I had leggings on, like a baggy tank top, my hair was in a bun, I didn't have makeup on. I just looked like shit. Like, I look like shit right now. I looked worse than this, so that just says a lot. So we get there and he's like, oh, I'd like to take some test shots of you guys if you don't mind. And I'm thinking, fuck, dude, I look ugly. I'm not gonna get this job. I don't know how I did it. I pulled it out, got the fucking job. He called me Wednesday. I think Garrett and I went in Monday. Yeah, we went in Monday to go talk to them. And then Wednesday I got a call and they were like, oh, like, can you start Friday? So I was like, okay, like, yeah, sure, I'm not doing shit. So my class got out at 2:50 and they wanted me there at 3:30, and it's like a 10 to 15 minute car ride. So I was like, okay. So I scramble from class, whatever, get here, get ready. That's not the interesting part of the story, so I'm just gonna skip towards interesting. I'm skipping these songs really quick because I don't want to listen to them. So then I get ready, whatever, but like he called me last night and he's like, hey, like, can you please bring black shoes, which I don't fucking own. I have boots, but they're like platform boots. And I told him, I was like, look, dude, like the only black shoes I have are like these platform boots, if that's like fine. And he was like, yeah, you know, just bring them anyway. And he's like, also wear a nude bra or a white bra and bring a bandeau top. So I was like, okay. So I gathered all my shit and I went. I get there, I've like been there before, so like I know that there's like a little back area and everything. I get there and he's like, oh, we don't have a dressing room, so you're gonna be using this closet. I'm like, okay, you know, it's probably just a closet. I walk in, there's mops, cleaning supplies, the floor's dusty, everything is dusty. The whole place is dusty as a whole. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I want to bring my bag in there, you know, like with my shit. And he's like, oh, you need to leave the bag out here. So it's like, okay. So I leave my bag outside the door, whatever. And I like go back and he's like, all right, well, there's 3 like little baskets of clothes that you're going to be like putting on. Let's start with this one. The first one had like 5 shirts in it. And I was like, okay, good. Like if there's 5 shirts in this basket, there's probably 5 shirts in the other basket. And I checked out their website before I went there. So I like knew that the clothes were like a little fucking strange, you know, like just clothes that I wouldn't usually wear, but since they're paying me $25 an hour, I was like, you know what, I don't really fucking care. No one's ever gonna see these pictures. It's just gonna be on a website. Like, it's not like I have to post them or anything. So I grabbed the basket, whatever. I grabbed the first shirt, put it on, and then I like go out, and he's like, oh, like, don't stand like that, stand like this, like being all like sassy. And I'm like, hey, like I know what I'm doing. And he's like making me like stand like these really fucking weird, like uncomfortable looking positions. Like I'm like, I know these don't look good. So he's like, he pulls up a website. He's like, look, I want you to like look at this website and model like this. It was literally the shit that I was doing in the first place. So I was like, all right, cool. So whatever, I go to put on another, like I finish out that basket. It was all fine and good. Gives me the second basket. There was like well over 120 shirts in that basket. And it wasn't even a big basket, but they were all like literally like folded this fucking thin to where like it looked like it was fine, but then like once you saw it, you're just like, oh fuck. And I've like never done like modeling like that for a company, so I mean maybe it's like that all the time, but for me I was just like, I was not told it was gonna be like this. Now I understand why they pay 25 a fucking hour. So I go to put on the first shirt. I literally can't even get my fucking head through the hole. So I'm like, the fuck? I told him I was a medium in shirts. I look at the tag and it says that it's a children's XL. I was like, okay, time the fuck out, bro. Like, I went out, I was like, I don't know if this is the right size. He's like, oh no, it is. I was like, oh, it says that it's a kid's XL. He goes, yeah, it's the same as a small. And I was like, oh, well, I told you I was a medium. He's like, yeah, but the medium looks baggy. Do a small. So I was like, all right. So go back in the fucking dressing room. I'm like stretching out the fucking armholes, the fucking head hole, because I can't get my fucking melon through the hole. It's like for a child. Literally like pulling the fucking shirt on my head. Like I literally feel like I'm balding right through here because I literally like pulled so hard on my head. And I definitely ripped like the armholes on the shirts. Like I heard a couple seams pop, you know, because literally like yeah, I don't have muscle, but like I don't have skinny arms. Like there's chubby. So it's like I can't fucking fit my arm through a children's extra large. But I mean, I'll do it, but your shirt's gonna rip. So I did it, whatever. So I like go out, whatever, still doing it, modeling, whatnot. I like go back into the room, come back out. I'm wearing my leggings still, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a pair of jeans to wear because I don't like how the leggings look. So I'm like, okay, bro, like we're already like 30 shirts in. Like, why didn't we do this earlier? So he brings me, oh my God, he brings me these jeans. Keep in mind, I only have like 2 pairs of jeans that actually fit me right. Because if you can't tell, my legs are very, 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 very large. And my waist, I mean, I'm not super skinny, but like my waist is just not proportional to how big my legs are. So I can't like wear typical jeans. Like I usually have to like literally get them taken in or buy them from certain companies. So he hands me these Rockin' Revival or something like that jeans, and I'm looking at them, I'm like, I already know that this isn't gonna work. The legs look like they'll be fine, but the waist was literally like this big, and I was like, okay. So I go to put them on, and they go to literally like, I'm sore from the gym. They go to like right here on my leg. So they're fucking capris. Not only are they ugly and they don't fit, but they are fucking capris. And I'm like, whew. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, I really hope no one ever sees these pictures. And there was no mirror, because keep in mind I'm not in a dressing room, I'm in a fucking storage closet. So I was like, hey, I don't even know what I look like right now. I probably look goofy as shit. So I fucking walk out there, he's like, oh, so much better. And I'm like, you sure, bro? Like, are you fucking sure? Because I literally like, it was not a look. Not a look whatsoever. Anyway, I was like, I don't care, I'm getting fucking paid. So that's just in my mind the whole time I'm doing this. So I go, take more pictures, fucking whoop-de-doo. And then kind of like towards the end of the shoot, like I finally fucking, first of all, let me just include a picture of this one shirt, because this one just sent me overboard. I was like, there's no way that you actually sell these shirts. The other shirts that I wore, my favorite would have to be Britney Bitch. It was a black shirt with a gold logo and just said Britney Bitch on it. And then there's another neon one of Kesha. which I probably saw when I was in like 5th grade, but I mean, here we are 7 years later, still seeing the same Kesha shirt. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And there's a ton of stuff with fucking David Bowie. There's the Beatles. There was literally just like people who like, not trying to be rude or like fucking shit on people's culture, but just like they're not relevant anymore. Like not relevant at all. It was just like old, like there was like Kiss and like fucking, I don't even know, like Johnny Cash shirts. I was like, what is going on? But I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'm getting paid. I don't need to keep these clothes, don't need to post pictures in these clothes, I'm getting fucking paid. So it comes to the time where I'm done with all the shirts, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna give you some more jeans. Do you guys remember Miss Me jeans from like the whole middle school era? Like, I'll put a picture of them right here, but they had like, you know, like fucking diamonds and studs, like ugly shit on the pockets. I'm sorry if anyone still wears Miss Me jeans to this day. Not my personal cup of tea. I know they're not many other people's cup of tea, but you get the idea. Okay, this is what they fucking look like. Like, what the fuck? I haven't seen these in years. Brings me a like another bucket full of Miss Me jeans. I look at this man and I was just like, he really wants me to put these on. So I'm like, you know what, for the fucking culture, we're gonna put these fucking Miss Me jeans on. So I take my happy ass with the fucking basket back into the fucking, like, do I call it a storage closet or do I call it a dressing room? Storage closet. We're gonna go to a storage closet because that's just really just explains how it is. Take my happy ass back in the fucking storage closet with this basket. I fucking put them on and I can't pull them up past my fucking thighs. And then so I like stick my head out the door. I was like, you got any sizes bigger than this? And he's like, no. Comes back with a size smaller. I'm like, no, I said bigger. And he's like, oh, well, they look big on the waist. I'm like, that's because they're not on all the way. Like, I literally can't get, like, pull them past my legs. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, they don't fit me. Like, they literally don't fit me. He's like, okay, let me try another pair. Here, try these on. Gives me a pair of Dickies. Could not get those on. So I was like, there's like only the one pair that fit me. He's like, fine, put those ones back on. We'll take pictures in those. So I was like, okay. So he's like, can you grab your boots so I can see what your boots look like? I was like, oh yeah, sure. So I pull my boots out. He goes, wow, those are really high. Those are like platforms. I was like, yeah, like I told you that on the phone, but you told me to bring them anyway. So he's like, oh, what size are you? Like, I have shoes because I sell shoes too. They're like, I have some shoes that would probably work better with this. So I was like, okay, give him my size. Standing there waiting. He comes back with like these little platform boots, but like they're not platform boots. They have like a little baby heel, open toe, and they're like short little boots. So I was like, okay, like yeah, like those are cute, but with jeans, fuck no. With capri jeans, fuck to the no. With a fucking capri jeans, black shoe, open toe, with a Beatles shirt tucked in, hell to the fuck no. I literally like was like, he really wants me to put this shit on right now. I was like, huh? So I was like, you know what, okay, like I said, I'm getting fucking paid. I don't care. So I'm just gonna keep my socks on because this was, you know, before I saw that they were open-toed, and I see that they're open-toed, and he's like, oh, I don't want you putting the shoes on over here, because I was like across from where like the whole like shooting area was. I want you to come over here and put them on. So I'm like, okay. I'm wearing socks. They're open-toed. So I was like, like, you just want me to like walk over there barefoot? Or he's like, yeah. I take a good long stare at that floor, and let me fucking tell you, I saw a good 3 inches of dust, maybe 3 inches, maybe 4.5. I don't fucking know. I look at the floor and I was like, nah, he's kidding, right? He's kidding. I look at the floor again. I was like, I look at him. He's dead ass. I was like, oh, well. And like the area that I was in, it was in the back of the store. Like, you know how like stores always have like the inventory area, and it's like a storage sort of thing. It's like a warehouse. Pretty much that's the word I'm looking for. Warehouse. So I'm in a fucking warehouse with like a setup studio thing. So the floor is obviously not clean at all. No one mops, sweeps, vacuums, like fucking dusts, nothing. Like, literally nothing. So I'm like, wow, he really wants me to fucking walk over there. That's fucking crazy, because I'm not doing that. And he's just staring at me. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of on a time crunch. So I'm like, oh, so you're gonna hit me with that shit. So I go to take a fucking step out of my sock on the floor. I instantly just feel like I just get engulfed with fucking dust. And I was like, ugh, okay, that's gross. So I was like, you know what, just fucking suck it up. You just have to make it to that one fucking platform and you're good. So I take another couple steps, and like, you know those little, like, when you order clothes or something, it'll like have like that little white packet of like those little silica balls in them, but like you're not supposed to like ever fucking like touch them, eat them, anything. Like they just stay in that packet. Like I don't really know what they're even good for. I'll include a picture of the packet right here just because I don't really know how to explain it any better. I take one more step on an empty or open fucking pack of silica balls. That step I take, they're all stuck to my foot. Literally all stuck to my foot. Oh, Shanti got me in and out. I'm gonna go get that really quick. Alright, well, Shanti brought me back burger. Fries. Now Jalen's here. Jalen, say hi. I don't even know if they can see you. Jalen's over there chilling. I just told him the whole story. Oh, I cannot make this balance again. So I left off on the part with the silica balls. So yeah, I fucking take one step and I just literally step in like 30 silica balls. So I was like, okay, great. So I like go to wipe my foot on the jeans and the guy's like, oh, don't do that to the jeans. So I was just like, no one's gonna buy these jeans, first of all, because they're literally so fucking ugly. So I was just like, okay, all right. So he says, you know what, I'm gonna go look for some shoes in the back. Just stay right here. So I put my socks back on because I'm not trying to stand on that dusty ass floor any longer than I have to. And he's gone for like a good couple minutes. So I'm like, hey, this guy went to fucking Narnia because I don't know where he's at. So I like look and he like pops out of the cuts of the warehouse. Like the literal back corner of the warehouse. Oh my god, I just remembered that there was a rat in there too. I just remembered. The lady at the front, she's like, there's a rat. Do we have a cup to catch it? And I was like, you're kidding. But so, he comes back and I kind of see like shoes in his hand in the distance. And he told me he was gonna grab sandals, so you know, I'm thinking flip-flops. The closer it gets and the more my vision clears, I realize that it is a dusty navy blue pair of Crocs. And when I say dusty, the Crocs looked gray. So I was like, oh. Okay, he goes to hand them to me. I was like, yeah, you know, they're a little dirty. He goes, yeah, I thought so too. I found them in the back of this closet back there. And I looked at him like, bro, you don't tell me that shit. Like, you do not tell me that you just found these Crocs in the back of a closet. So I was like, you know what? I was like, do you think we can, like, you know, clean them off a little bit? He goes, oh yeah, you're right. Let me go wash them in the sink. So I'm like, you know, I don't really know if that's a way to do it, but I mean, as long as they're clean, like, I'll be fine. So he goes, washes them in the kitchen sink, which is first of all disgusting, brings them back to me and they're still soaking wet. I was like, you know what, just put the Crocs on, fucking walk to the platform. So I put the Crocs on and the first step I take, literally just the wet rubber against the dusty concrete just was not a good sound. It kind of sounded like Squidward or a duck, I don't know. Wasn't a good sound. So I'm trying to like not fucking bust out laughing because I was like, this is just a whole joke at this point. But I can't take this man seriously. I can't take this company seriously. All these clothes are literally made for toddlers, but they're just big for fucking adults apparently. I don't know. So I was like, wow. I took a picture of the Crocs too. I'll put the picture of the Crocs right here on top of the Telegram box, which are probably stale by now. But yeah. So I slipped the Crocs on. First of all, they're like 3 sizes too small, so my heel's like dangling off. So I'm like tiptoeing in these fucking Crocs to this platform. So I get there and then the boots are there and he's like, okay, like now you can put these on. So I was like, okay. So they're like little short black boots, open toe, with, you know, my fucking capri jeans and my tucked in gray Beatles shirt. And he's like, yeah, you know, I don't really know if the shoes are cutting it. In the back of my mind, I'm like, first of all, homie, this isn't even an outfit. Like, this literally just looks like, have you ever seen, what movie is it? Is it Clueless? Don't yell at me if I'm wrong. but how she has like that little machine and like she hits the button and like the clothes like put together an outfit for her. It literally looks like someone just hit randomize and clicked that fucking button and gave me capri jeans, a Beatles shirt, and black boots with open toes. I was like, you know what, whatever. Put them on, I take the pictures of them and whatever. I go back. He goes, I have another bucket of clothes, of jeans. So I'm like, okay. Keep in mind, jeans never really fit me right. I wear 2 pairs of jeans from the same company because my body's just not really proportional whatsoever. Yeah, Miss Me jeans, legendary. I was like, wow. I looked at the jeans, I looked at him. I was like, are these the right jeans? He's like, yeah. Wow. So I go to put the jeans on. I can't pull them up past my thighs at all. Like literally at all. I stick my head out the door. I'm like, these don't fit. They're too small. Comes back, brings me a 27. I was like, yeah, these are smaller than the ones you gave me before. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, they don't fit me. He's like, what do you mean they don't fit you? I was like, I can't put them on. And he gets mad at me because I don't fit in his fucking middle school jeans. I'm like, look, dude, I'm not built like a middle schooler whatsoever. Maybe a slightly overweight one, but definitely not one that fits in a size 27 jeans. Miss Me jeans. He's like, you know what, like, I'm on a time crunch. And I was like, okay. So then he's like, okay, you can just go put on your normal clothes. So I was like, thank fucking God, I get to leave. So I go and I put my clothes on and I come out of the storage closet. Love that. And he's like, oh, so how do you want to get paid? There's several options here that we can do. So I was like, okay, like, what are they? He's like, first one, we can mail a check to your house. Second one, we could PayPal you. I got banned from PayPal, so I couldn't do that even if I fucking wanted to. Or we could give you store credit for the same amount of money we would have paid you for all the hours you worked. I looked at him and I was like, you know that meme with like the guy, he's like, that's literally the look that I can't do it right now, but I literally did it to him. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna give you my address to mail me a check. He's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely sure. And he just like, you know, didn't really seem happy about that. But I was like, dude, if you're gonna advertise that you're paying me $25 an hour, that doesn't mean $25 in store credit an hour. I was like, that's not how it works. So then I give him my address, whatever. I'm like ready to leave. And he's like, oh, when are you available next? And I was like, look, dude, like, I'm not coming back. I'm not gonna be available, like, sorry. And then hopped in my Uber, blocked his phone number. Now I'm here filming this fucking video while eating In-N-Out. Moral of the story, if you walk in somewhere to do a shoot, they don't have a dressing room and they try to put you in a storage closet, turn around and leave before you waste your fucking time. I'm like physically drained from putting on 300 t-shirts. I don't know how the fuck I did it. But yeah. Really anticlimactic ending if you ask me, but I'm just too tired to make this story good. Moral of the story, I quit my job in the span of 48, I can't do math. 48 hours. Yeah. I really killed it. Anyway. Nobody else. Keep it to yourself. I'm trying to figure out how to do this outro. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening to me rant. I hope you enjoyed this valuable life lesson of don't model in the back of a fucking storage closet, and always bring boots that is apparently appropriate and fit in jeans. I don't fucking know what life lessons I'm trying to give here. But thank you for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, you know, all that BS. If you already are subscribed and turned on notifications, thanks, I love you. You're the best. I'm sorry for not filming a video for like 3 months, but I'm trying to become better at it. Yeah, I'm trying, okay? I'm busy, very busy. But yeah, so I will put my social medias right here on my face at AlexJoy, or alex.joy for Instagram and AlexJoy for Twitter, but the L is an I, so it's AIEX Joy. You just made my camera shake. Bully. But yeah, so go follow those. I literally go on Instagram live every night, which I probably should just fucking do on YouTube. I think I can get verified to go on YouTube live. I think I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna look into that. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I love you. I promise I will upload more. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy my double cheeseburger. Good night, folks.